Okay, today is Saturday, December 22nd. It's the weekend. I'm going to review last week's trades and show you next week's trades. So going back, I tried some short puts with Tesla, and I started those at the beginning of the week because Tesla had been looking bearish. Quickly about to see what happened, and it took a dive after December 14th, just plummeted. So short puts, selling. Of course, Stochastic was very oversold. That was a stupid move. Should have sold short calls with the Stochastic being as oversold as it was, or overbought as it was. I'm sorry, overbought. All right, so let's go back to next week. All right, this is based on the Option Alpha stock screener, high implied volatility. So starting with John Deere, you can see here. Let me pause this. So here's the Ichimoku and the Stochastic Fast. Obviously very oversold, but it does show a reversal into bullish growth around January 10th. So I'd say around between the 9th and the 11th, you should notice it by then. The Kijun here, so the Tenkan is below the Kijun. This is a Kijun confirmation line. We want it to be bullish, and it's bearish right now, showing bearish. So what I'm going to do is be bearish for the next week. I'm going to sell some naked calls and hope that John Deere stays below what I sell them for. So here we have strategies, and looking at the trade grid. So since today is December 22nd, I want it to expire at the end of the week. This is a shortened trading week because of Christmas this week. So what we're going to do is look for something that's slightly out of the money, and we're just going to sell naked calls. So let's see if it shows delta. Cool, it does. So over here, I'd like around the 20 delta. So we are going to sell the John Deere calls. This looks good. Make it a GTC order, and that's at the natural range. So that should fill on Monday. And we're using paper money. Let's reset the account so we're totally clean. And let's just do that one more time. So I'm going to sell the 20 delta calls. And then we'll do the same thing with XOM. Even though John Deere showed that it could be going bearish around January 10th, for the next week, the charts are showing that it should be bearish. So XOM, same thing. The Tenkan is below the Kijun. Span B is beneath Span A. That's what's forecasting in red. So we're gonna, even though it's so oversold, we're still gonna sell some short calls for the rest of this week. So implied volatility is high on all of these. That was the main factor, high implied volatility. Yep, you can see that it's implied volatility is high. So let's take advantage of that. Sell some expensive options. Look for the 20 delta and XOM. So basically, XOM would have to rise from 68 to 70, which, isn't that far of a movement. Certainly could happen. So maybe we'll sell this. We'll sell a few of these tickers as nickel calls, and then sell a few as verticals, so they're defined risk. But there's our XOM. Let's do CVX. Same thing with that. Ooh, that's 4 strikes away. But bearish this week. And there's probably going to be a low trading volume because Monday's a half day, Tuesday's Christmas. Google. Alright, let's do this as a spread. Bull credit spread. So we need more strikes to get down to a 20 delta here. Still not able to there. Now we can. So we can do 1035 vertical. And a credit spread because we're selling 1035 buying the 1037. And right now it's trading below 1,000. That's frightening. So we'll do Google vertical. So full credit spread. SMH. Let's do the same for that. So we'll start with 20 delta. Let's go there. So vertical. That's good. QQQ. And let's, even though I normally wouldn't recommend doing a market order, I want these to fill because we're trying to backtest it. So we'll do it as a market order. So it should trigger first thing in the morning. Microsoft, 20 delta for the sale, and then we cover at the next higher strike. Which means it should be a 1 of 3, 1 of 4. Yep. COP. And obviously doing a defined risk vertical requires less margin. XLE. iffy. Oh, looks like we might have frozen Thinkorswim. So here's Procter & Gamble. Let's do the same thing with the vertical. Look for the delta around 20. XRT. XLP. XLF and XBI. And then we're done. I'll expect these to go lower this week. So if there's not a 20 delta, we'll just go with a lower delta. All right, and then we're done. We'll review it next weekend.